What does the term request for repair mean in the middle of a real estate deal? This is Zanganeh bringing you tips and tricks on how to win in the San Diego real estate market. Now, when you go into escrow as a buyer to buy a home, you do a set of inspections. Usually you do a physical inspection or drain inspection, termite inspection, sewer inspection, all that kind of stuff. And we want to find out what the condition of the home is. And I always find that requests for repairs get bigger and bigger the more surprises we find out about a property. Typically, if you walk a property and you find that it's in pretty poor condition, you kind of know that most of the things aren't going to be that great there. Typically, where I see a lot of requests for repairs go sour is that when we're shown one thing, we do our inspections or find out things later and then learn another thing. And that's usually where the biggest conflict is in real estate transactions is that the more as a seller that you can do to tell about your property and its imperfections, even if that hurts your value a little bit, the more confident the buyer pool is when they come to buy your property. So essentially how it works, the buyer does all their due diligence and they're gonna find out that maybe there's a bad sewer line, maybe the house has some termites, there might be a leaky pipe, whatever the things are, and they're gonna approach the seller and say, "Dear Mr. and Mrs. Seller, hey, we love your property. These are some things that we feel need to be addressed, and we usually recommend looking at things from a safety, structural, mechanical type issues. We're not really looking for cosmetic stuff." So what will happen is the buyer's agent will approach the seller's agent along with the sellers in communication and say, "Hey, here's what's wrong with the property. We either want to fix it, we either want to get money for it, or some sort of combo of the two." And the seller has the complete option to say, "I'll do it all, I'll do some of it, or I'll do none of it," and that's okay too. In California, real estate contracts are considered as is right from the start. So essentially providing a request for repairs, I usually tell people, is when you learn information that you really didn't know about the property from a safety, structural, and mechanical standpoint that you want to get alleviated. So it's a very simple process, very simple form. It's a one-page document, and sometimes it comes out in like a Word doc that's presented over. You usually negotiate the repairs back and forth. If you have a good agent who really is knowledgeable about construction and how much things cost, it definitely makes this process a lot easier. You're welcome to reach out to us and we're happy to explain more to you. And then what happens is that seller agrees or doesn't agree to however the situation goes. Then we marry the contract together, and usually what happens, if the seller has to make repairs, they have to make the repairs after you've removed all your contingencies. So they won't do them before. They want your commitment that you're going to move forward before they spend the money. So it's a quite simple process, but I find that this is one of the most technical things in real estate, and probably the #1 reason that I see real estate transactions here in San Diego falling apart is usually because of the request for repairs. So if you want a really strong outlook on how this looks, if you want great inspectors, make sure you're linked up with a great agent who can help you get to the finish line. If you're looking for more tips and tricks on how to win in the San Diego real estate market, make sure to follow along and reach out.